The onion is here.
So we good? We outside?
We are officially live. Hey y'all. Officially live. Woo! He felt like he just got in the hot seat. He had to get all together. Like, woo! What is happening here?
I'm really like, I signed up for. So I'm like, where my car keys at again?
You can't get out of here. We got you trapped in at this point. Look how we got you locked in.
Yo, word,
you can't go nowhere.
So that's a fact. So
but guys, we are live, y'all. Hey y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all know what day it is. It is Soul Talk with T and Key. I am T, and that is Key over there. And right here
I am Z. I'm
Z. You know what? Y'all know what type of show. Oh my goodness, already. Yes, easy.
I'm Z.
T King and C. Okay.
That's gonna be the reality. Okay. I see what we on. I see how it's gonna start.
Yeah. So we already doing like this already, okay? Exactly. I can already tell it's gonna be a hot mess the whole show. But that's okay. That's what makes the show the hot mess. So we are here with Zachary King. Okay?
Yes.
And we are going to do what we do best. You know how we do. We mix mental health and self-love together, but we put it in a way that we bring on wonderful people. They sit here and they talk about what they do and how it relates to them both. So first we're going to let Zach tell you about him.
Oh, shoot. All right. So, whenever it comes time to talk about me, is always weird. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want to talk about me too much.
Well, who are you? That's what we all. Who are you and what you do? Who are you and what you do? Let the people know who you are and what you get into.
I'm Zachary King. I am a photographer, videographer. I am a host of a podcast now called She Hustle and Hills. It started off by the futurist female, which talked about Black women empowerment through entrepreneurship. I got in that space about a year and a half ago. And since being in that space, I think we racked up over 400,000 views on the platform. So yeah, so it's been a beautiful journey. It's been a journey. I ain't gonna lie. I only shaved my head because I don't want to show the gray hairs.
Oh, okay.
It's real. You know what I'm saying? It's real. So, but no, it's been a journey. It's been so a lot of growing pains, lots of growing pains, and so now, just trying to just figure out the path forward. You know what I'm saying? I want to go to the next level with it. I felt like I kind of played and put my toe in the water, put it back in. Now it's kind of like I want to get like really serious with it and really lock in. So, you know what I'm saying? So,
welcome to the couch, yeah. I'm excited to have you here today.
It took a lot. Look, let's talk about that. It took a lot.
You talk about it.
It took a lot. No, I'm saying it took a lot for us for this to really lock in. It wasn't because of okay, so look, full transparency. The first time we were supposed to come here was I think about 2 or 3 months ago, right?
Yeah.
And what happened was that was around the same time. Now I'm not sure if many people have been following me or knowing. That was when I was coming out with the first live. It was sort of like a live panel discussion, right? So the building, right? Yep. So let me tell everybody the full story of what happened, okay? So what happened was the first time, the name was supposed to be called Love, Lies, and Lessons, okay? And I just figured like, hey, that was cool. But I messed around. One of the women out in my women's group, shout out to Azili, I made the terrible mistake and I picked a name that was very similar to what she was already working on. Okay, and she got pissed at me. She was really upset with me, right? Y'all know the she got pissed off at me or whatever. So I had to find out with something that was really quick, really soon, so we could still continuously move forward because the idea was dope. You know what I'm saying? The idea was really dope. It was a chance because everybody in that week, the comment section was nothing but, hey, I wish you would have got me on it. I would have said this, and I would have said that. So it was like one of the things like, okay, well, I have a panel discussion, and then we'll do it. So the idea was moving forward. So that weekend, I think it was on that Sunday I was supposed to come here. That was the weekend we had the blow up. Really threw me in a bad space. Yeah. I really had to go figure out because Auxiliary was one of the first women that really first sat down with me on my podcast. So for her to be that mad with me, like kind of like, damn. I messed up. You know what I'm saying? Because I really valued the relationship. really sad that it went like that.
Yeah.
Because my thing was I'm just moving ambitiously with this whole podcast thing.
You wasn't thinking about it.
And I ain't think about it like that I heard in the process. Yeah. So that weekend I couldn't come. So and then there was a few other things that were coming on. Life be lifing.
Every day.
So for those who don't know me, gotta be transparent. Let's you know what I'm saying, no question off the table. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest and forthcoming, you know what I'm saying? So but that was what it was. So that's how that happened. That's why I couldn't come here the first time. And that was like 2 months ago. I can't get it right.
I don't even know.
No, we did. No, it's because
it was
like
it literally wasn't 2 months ago. It actually, believe it or not, it's been some time. Time has went past. It's been some time. And everybody's been busy, and we've had people booked. But I don't know if y'all remember, we did a show, and it was like no show guests or something like that. It was him.
Oh, word? I was the no show. I was the only no show. Damn.
You started it.
You was not the only no show.
There was another.
You was not the only no show. There was another. But of course, we talk. But because what it is because we do this live and we try to bring y'all this every Sunday at the same time, we still continue on, whether the guests show up or not.
Oh, nice.
So we still do the show. So it was just kind of like, we told them it was a show, but it wasn't. But the crazy part was, I don't know if y'all remember, but the picture, we got a real picture to this time, y'all.
Oh,
but
the picture really promoted the picture that you took.
So
did
like a whole video.
Is that why my DMs is blowing up?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
That's why my DMs is blowing up.
That might have been.
Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Was an ultrasound picture of a baby. Okay, because he's always joking.
Well, what? It was a baby on
the ultrasound when you find out the gender.
She too PC. Right, you gotta show the picture. You got the picture.
We got the picture.
No.
All right. I gotta find it. I gotta find it.
I'm insane. I said, what? I said, go ahead and make it promo.
So we did. But
all right.
So you saved yourself because you ain't had no face.
Right. Oh, all right. But those who knew. Those who knew. They said they knew who it was. It's like, oh, that's that. I recognize that anywhere. You know what I'm saying? I can recognize it. I know that Zach right there.
I recognize Zach anywhere. He's
annoying.
Everybody that knows Zach also knows he's quite annoying.
Yeah, that's a fact. You really do gotta have some patience with me. Some understanding.
You do.
You do. I swear.
But he has a good heart. He has a good heart. You gotta have patience with things. He has a great heart.
I say, give me mercy. You gotta give me mercy.
You
can't be short-tempered with me. I swear. You gotta. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. Gotta be short-tempered. You can't be short-tempered with me. You gotta give me some grace. So you know what I'm saying. So let's get to these questions.
Let's talk about the fact that you have a group.
Yes.
Oh, the name of the group.
Okay, so in doing the podcast, in doing the podcast, it was originally started off as the Future is Female, right? And then what happened was it was hard to brand the Future as Female because if you type in the Future is Female, in addition to like 1970s feminist stuff and everything like that, it was just like the name has been used 100 times. So I couldn't really go over that. So I needed something that was original that kind of spoke to the heart of what we're doing. Mm-hmm. So I called it She Hustle and Hills podcast. Okay. In doing so, I became a guy that knew a guy. Like I'm that person now. Mm-hmm. Like, hey Zach, I need somebody. Do you know somebody who do you do this? So being the lazy man that I am sometimes, I just put them on in the group chat. It was like, hey, you know what? Introduce yourself. Y'all talk to each other. You know what I'm saying? And it's been some hiccups. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's been some hiccups. We went to a paid platform. It didn't really do well. We went back to Instagram, and it's doing well again. So it's real, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's a journey. It's growing pains with the platform. So yes, it's called She Hustle and Hills. For any woman entrepreneur that's out there that's looking for a community, you know what I'm saying? A community of like-minded men and women, because there's a lot of men in there. There's a few men in there. I'm still trying to get more men in there. But if you're looking for some like-minded individuals who who know what it's like to be on this entrepreneur journey, who's also trying to change the culture here in Philly. I speak a lot about that because it's like there's a part of it that's like we are so this city is like known for gatekeeping and known for not wanting to open the door for others. So it's like this space is where we really trying to change that and say, hey, listen, yesterday we had the sister to sister connection event, man. So shout out to Stacey Jackson, shout out to Jazz, all the ladies, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to all of them.
Yes. And some of the ladies from the group.
Not some, like most. I mean, it was like 10 of us.
It was like
it was like 10 of us. So
came out, and and I love that. So me and Kiana are part of the She Hustle and Hills community.
Right.
And a lot of the ladies that we connect with are dope. Like they really are dope. We really more so became a family more so.
It feels like
than just,
you know what I'm saying?
Really than just knowing people. So we love it. So Kiana was in it actually first, and then I got introduced to the group. So this is where it's at right here. Community. If you're looking for something that's great and good, and like you said, you're a female entrepreneur, and you really are just trying to find that real community, but you are also about real community. Then you definitely want to reach out. But with that being said,
let me put this out there. I'm sorry. Let me say this: if you are interested in getting into the group, okay, there's no fee, none of that other stuff like that. The only thing I ask for anyone, when you come into the group, pour into the group, pour into others first. You know what I'm saying? I will personally reciprocate and buy your ticket, buy your candle, go to your podcast, whatever it is. But I want you to pour in. I think sometimes too many people think about what they can get out of something, and they just trying to extract and never get a chance to pour into. So we could pour in and we could come in. So if you're interested in joining the group, that's fine. But just come in and just with the mindset of we're all trying to, because you work with other entrepreneurs who are also at the same type of time. We're all in survival mode. We're all trying to get our business off of the ground, get it solidified. So if you're coming in here with the idea that I could take from that, you're wrong. You're coming in pouring, and I promise you that energy will be reciprocated too. So we just wanted to put that out there. So sorry.
Oh, no. That was right off of the whole come in as a community. Come into the community and not be a part of the community. If you're not coming in with community. Let's give a shout out to everybody who's watching. I do know I have Michelle from South Carolina watching. Hey, Michelle.
What's good?
She is in the building. People on the IG world, I can see, but I can't see who's watching. So unless y'all comment. If you are commenting and it is not working, I'm gonna try to find a way to let us know. Go over on Facebook or go to the YouTube, figure out. Key is now streaming on TikTok today, so if you are a TikTok fan, make sure you go on TikTok. We everywhere together. So
we got IG over here on this side. Power Strip and Elevation. Good Peach says Lou. Yeah, I was just talking about you. Shout out to you, Lou. Yeah. Shout out to you. I was telling Zach, you were the one that introduced me to Zach.
Oh, that's Lou?
Yeah,
Lou.
Oh,
all right. Shout out to Lou. Yo, he's such a stand-up dude, man. Yes. And I don't feel like, can I tell a story about him real quick? I went to an event where he had, man, and he really was like, I didn't think they did right by him. I really felt like he was so giving. And I felt like they took, and I was like, but it wasn't no bitterness, it wasn't no anger. He just took it in stride. But I got a lot of respect for him that day. Like that day was one of the days that I was just like, yo, this dude is all right. You know what I'm saying? He shows up all the time. So shout out to CP&G network, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a part of the network too. Y'all have a community, but I'm also part of that community too.
It's about to be their 11th year anniversary, so I'm excited. I'm excited about that. So I can't wait. I can't wait for that. So shout out to Lou. We also have Fresco joining on IG. Okay. We've got Hamed joining from IG. Yo, Hamed is joining from Morocco, y'all.
Oh,
nice. Shout out to Hamed from Morocco. Yeah, all the way in Africa. Y'all. We got so yeah. Shout out to Morocco. Shout out to Angel. Shout out to Jim. So thank y'all so much for watching. Yeah. Make sure y'all comment. Make sure y'all share. Make sure y'all like so that we can communicate with y'all and we can interact with y'all. So shout Shout out to y'all. So Zach,
I am. Yeah, you know what? It's also true because I don't sit on the side of the camera much.
You don't.
So this is kind of cool for me too.
Yeah,
I don't know because people probably looking like that's Zach.
That's Zach.
I see why you sit behind the camera.
No,
Why you sit behind the camera?
Zach, you're good.
I see it. Like, oh, okay. Long budget Tyrese. I see why he sit way behind the camera and stuff. Go behind the camera now, Zach. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, no, I usually, for those who see the podcast, I sit behind the camera and ask the questions.
True.
But I got questions for me. Come on, let me have it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start off with this first one because it kind of falls right into She Hustling Hills. So, what inspired you to create the She Hustle in Hills group and the podcast, and how did it get started?
All right. So what happened was, for those who don't know, I came home. I've been home now for a little over 5 years. Okay. I served 7 years in prison, 1 year in the halfway house. Okay. So when I came home, I was 40 years old. Really, I was like, I'm gonna do photography and everything else. Okay. And right around that time, I think maybe like a year or so later, after doing photography and video, Wallow and Billy got like a huge deal and was becoming multi-millionaires.
Yeah, I remember.
The opportunity was opening up. So I took whatever little bit of money I had. I was like, yo, I'm buying podcast equipment. That's it.
Okay.
Like I'm buying podcast equipment. Podcast is the new wave.
Oh, wait, it was inspired by Wallow and Gilly. Shout out to Wallow and Gilly.
Word.
Make sure y'all tag Wallow and Gilly so they can hear this. Hear all of the things.
So no, for sure. So that was dumb. Because watch him though. I mean, of course, Billy being from Philly, Wallow from Philly is too, but Wallow was a little bit deeper because he came home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he came home and he went to struggle.
Yeah, it was. You can relate
3 times more time than I ever did. So I was like, yo, that is it. And so I was over there beating up doors. I was trying to ask everybody I know, can we do a podcast? Hey, podcast, can we do a podcast? Can we do a podcast? And I'm not gonna lie, it was heartbreaking because everybody gave me the runaround. You know how it is. Like before you go buy your product, you're like, hey, can I if I get it, would you be interested?
Yeah. Went around, and then when you get it, it's cricket.
And then when I got it, it was quick. It was cricket. It was quiet.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn. Like so eventually I got to a space where I was like, you know what? I'm going to go stop asking everybody. I'm going to create my own.
Yeah.
So now I got to think about what to talk about. Okay. So now I'm over here like I'm conscious of what to talk about. Like I'm like I don't know. During that time period, Sherelle Parker was getting was becoming our new mayor. Okay. So shout out to Sherelle Parker.
Shout out to Sherelle.
Tag her too. Tag Sherelle Parker. You know what I'm saying? Let her know. So I was working as a photographer, and I was lucky enough to work with a few of the politicians and stuff like that. So I was able to meet her a couple times. And I remember I called her. I was like, yo, she's getting elected. Like, she's getting elected and everything else. So right after she got elected, she had a town hall meeting. And in that town hall meeting, which I thought was dope. So, but in that town hall meeting, she brought all the heads of the departments out, and it was all female. So it was a weird where you would go in there and you would see, like, if you had a problem with sanitation, you had a problem with the tax lien, you had a problem with anything.
Go and figure it out.
I don't feel like she got celebrated enough for that. So with doing so, when I got in the room, I'm the photographer, and I'm like, damn, the future is female.
There you go.
Yo,
because now it used to be called the future is female.
Yes. So that's how that whole thing came about. I didn't have a studio. I didn't have a room. I didn't have anything. I was just like, I just had equipment. So one of the girls I know, her name is Kirsten Britt. Y'all know Kirsten. So shout out to her. She was like, Zach, I feel the vision. I see what you got doing. I like what you're doing. You could use my Airbnb.
Yeah.
So she gave me her Airbnb, and I made all the women walk up 3 flights of stairs to get there. You know what I'm saying? Word. And then, it was hot.
We came though. We showed up.
You know what I'm saying? If you see the episodes, the makeup was running, they sweaty. They got the pastor, they got the napkin like this. You know what I'm saying? So it was real. So yeah, it was 3 flights of stairs. But I mean, but you could tell by the energy. So what happened was the way how I sat on the opposite side, because I tried sitting with like how we're sitting now, but and ask the questions, but I couldn't because I couldn't control the camera.
Right. Gotcha.
So I had to sit on the opposite side. And then when people who watched it was like, hey man, this is kind of good. I was engaged. And and that means a lot because you got all this AI stuff with bells and whistles and things flying and all the other sparkly stuff. So to have somebody just sitting there having a conversation and people actually engaging in that conversation, it was like, yo, I'm on to something. So that's kind of how that got started. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, love that. Come on now.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, you gotta
Okay, just a thing. It's just a thing now.
All of the things.
It's just thing right now. You know what I'm saying? All right. You know what I'm saying?
So Michelle said, "Thank you, Zach." Let me post this up here so we can actually see it.
Okay.
But she said, "Thank you, Zach, for such a wonderful platform to be able to step on into and speak."
No, thank you, Michelle. Like I appreciate you and I love Michelle. So you know what I'm saying. So, what is that?
So that's not this Michelle. That's Michelle.
Yeah. I'm getting all my Michelle's mixed up.
A bunch of Michelle.
Yeah,
Michelle, don't you do me beat up because I got you all mixed up and stuff. Yeah, but no. But I thank you for the opportunity, Michelle. Thank you for taking a chance. For watching and seeing it, man. Because it really do come from a good place. So, and thinking about what to talk about, right? Every time I felt like when you see us on social media, all we was doing was fighting and bashing each other, right? Yeah. But I felt like we still should have the hard conversation. I just felt like I didn't like the delivery of it.
Yeah, the way it was coming out.
Saying, so personal, not personal, but like with Kevin Samuels, right? I feel like the stuff that he was talking about, I feel like we needed to have conversations in our community because he was the most polarizing one, right? But I didn't like that it became so personal. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't think it was appropriate to call women fat beans, but I also didn't feel like it was appropriate for them to call them gay. You know what I'm saying?
So it was an attack that it started to become an attack, and they weren't hearing each other.
Right. Yeah. Because we got a lot of stuff in our community that we really do need to talk about. We got stuff in our community we need to talk about, and we got to have a platform to actually do that. Yeah. So I was like, well, shit, I want to be the change I want to be. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how that thing was. Like, we have conversations about relationships. We have conversations about single moms and parents and, dating and all that other stuff. But it's respectable. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's cursing each other out. We're not feeding into the stereotypes. And we got to stop that, too. I have a little girl, right? So shout out to Autumn, 15 years old. So shout out to my baby. And I wanted her to have women that she could actually look up to because I felt like the women that was being produced right now, like I felt like they destroyed the image of the black man, right? Like they have really over the last 40-something years that we have had TV been in color, they have destroyed the image of the black man. And I felt like it was a time that I feel like now they're doing that to black women. Okay, they're really trying to destroy the image of black women. There are a lot of black women that are falling victim to that. Like they are falling into that trap. So I wanted to show some balance. Like, hey, we don't got a Michelle Obama no more. Like she's not on every platform. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of
younger girls to look up to. That has integrity, that has morals, that like all of the things. So yeah.
It can't be Michelle Obama is cool. But it can't be like the first lady. It got to be somebody in locally that they could touch and they can feel and be like, hey man, I can see what this woman got going on. And I could drive by and see.
Because sometimes people can't see that bigger picture.
Right. It's too far. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, cool. She's on the Rushmore, Mount Rushmore, but we need some local people who they can touch and change. So I wanted to, that was the thing that came out.
I love it. And I love it. I'm a fan. I don't care what you call it. You can call it whatever you want to call it. But I just know that I'm a fan of it all. Okay. I absolutely love the group. And I was like, the community that we have built within the group is just, it's nothing like it. It's nothing like it. The collaboration that we have been able to do with all of the members in the group. Like Tish said, some of the members have become more than just the community for us. It's like we family now. Yeah. You know, we family now. Zach is my brother. I fight him every day.
Sure, don't. Yeah.
You know,
hey, just fighting him on the way over here.
So it's like, but it's love though. Like it's like real genuine love though. So it's like, I absolutely love what you're doing to connect everybody, to put everybody in the one space, and for all of us to be able to laugh and, ask things. And sometimes you even do like a little class in there because some people may know more than what others do.
And that's what I'm trying to do now.
So I absolutely love it. It's a dope vibe, and thank you and congratulations.
Yes,
because I think you're going far.
Continue to keep doing what you're doing.
I don't even think you realize.
No, people say that all the time, and I don't think that you realize.
They do it. I be like, man, listen.
Even a lot of people that have come on our show in that community,
right, have come from the community.
We've had the amazing Coco on here. We've had May on here. We've had Des on here. Right. Like, we've had those people come. We had Michelle from Canvas. Like, a lot of people that come from his group. You notice we mentioned all the females that came from the group, but even Frenchie.
Yo, shout out to Frenchie.
Frenchie just was on here, was that last Sunday? Yeah. Part of the community. We do have men in the community. Yeah. So there is some men in the community, but they are stand-up men that's in the community. There's a lot of females in that community. So when Zach bring in men, he only bring in certain men that he know ain't gonna be hitting on them.
Yo, I shout out to him. I tell him, I be like, listen, brother, I'm not trying to. I'm on Zach work. You can't police any man. You're gonna do what you want to do.
But this ain't that type of part.
But I understand, and this is your part. Y'all men don't hear. But I say a lot of our women, they have been through it. They've been through a lot with men before they came to us. Before they got to us, you understand there was a lot of men that have dropped the ball, that have done dirty, that have said things that the words that didn't keep. We're not going to do that here. Yeah. I'd rather you don't say shit at all. Excuse me. Don't say nothing at all. Tell them something, and that you don't follow through.
Right. Exactly.
So if you want to say something, follow through. And the women have done it the same. I don't want to tell the brother business, but I think it's just really dope. The other day, unfortunately, somebody broke into his car, right? And we all was in there donating to pitch in to make sure he was able to get his community back. We want to make sure, like, if somebody does something to one part of the community, we're all going to look out. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's because, like, I lost the lens, right? Being careless, I lost the lens. I can't ask my community to take care of that. But if somebody, God forbid, if I got robbed of my lens, it's good to know that I don't got to risk my life because I got to depend on my village. You can try to, I can say, go ahead, bro. Go ahead. You got it. Because I can lean on my community and know that I'll be okay. I know what I'm saying. So that's what that was about. And let me tell you the dope thing that he did. When he got into a space, he stopped it.
He stopped it. He did. He definitely did. He said, thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. Y'all help me out. I got what I need. Don't send nothing else. And they literally shut it down. They shut it down.
That was some stand up. Some stand up stuff. So yeah. So you know what I'm saying? So all right, come on, tell me this question.
All right, next question. Okay. All right, that's you. What do you hope that female entrepreneurs gain from your podcast and the community that you've built? Like, what do you want us to get out of it?
Oh, jeez. I guess a path, man. An idea of a path, a blueprint. The understanding that they're not alone. You know, oftentimes when we get these, when we decide to be an entrepreneur, it's a very lonely journey. You know what I'm saying? And oftentimes it's not until you make it to where people, celebrate you. But it's like if you could find that community in the very beginning, or someone they say, hey, I wanted to create a podcast. You're hearing about somebody in their journey, and it might be able to help you along the way, so you don't got to bump your head anymore. Because let's be real here, like life is short. We don't have a lot of time here. Most people want to get is 100, maybe 105, depending on how you get to live. We don't really have time to be making silly mistakes no more. So if you can listen to someone
I agree.
If you can listen to someone else and get another perspective, something, why not?
Yeah. Right. Hey, on Instagram world on
Instagram, what's good, man?
Over there popping. I don't know what y'all saying.
But y'all saying something. Hey, y'all over here.
My eyes ain't that good. The cameras ain't back there.
Listen, if y'all follow Kiana or myself, you can always go over to our page, and then that way you can comment, and then that way we can see it. So then that way we can read it. Right. But yeah, we see y'all over there. We watching his phone too. We got a lot of stuff going on here.
It's good. Like, so I should take a picture of us.
It's on like Best Buy.
That's how I look. Right here. It really is.
It's like, yo.
Yeah, from all angles. All of them.
No, well, no, like I said, I'm on the other side. Yeah, I'm on the
behind you.
Other side of the camera. So this is, you know what I'm saying?
We got what, 6 electronics though?
So yeah, you know what I'm saying. So you know.
All right. Oh, go ahead, King.
That was my question.
That was your question.
I like the answer because I definitely gained that. I definitely feel because I am a member of the community, right? Mm-hmm. So I definitely feel that I'm not alone in certain aspects. Right? I definitely feel that I have that community, that I have people that I can say, hey, you know, I see that you've done this, right?
Right.
How can I go about doing that? Or I aspire to do something that, you know, is a little bit different. How can I go about doing that? Because I might want to change some things that I already do. Or I see that you do it this way. Maybe I can assist you.
Right.
You know, maybe I can offer my services to you, or maybe I can offer my advice to you. So I have definitely received that in the community, and I am very, very grateful for the connection that I've been able to build.
I think when people get in there, they think it's a place where they can just promote themselves. So to hear the word community is beautiful.
Yeah,
because it's like it's beyond just stuff promoting. And you know what I'm saying?
If you really look at it for what it is, that's what it is. If you are just jumping in there to just promote, and you're not taking, if you're not getting out of it, what we're getting out of it is because you're just that's on you. That's on you. But I can say, even me coming in, I think I came in a few months before. I think my brothers passed and all of that, and I came in like right a little bit in the summer, but then like a few months after, you know, the love that was poured into me. Just at that time alone, and I did not know practically anybody, was amazing. You know what I mean? So I can honestly say that, you know, you get what you really are looking for if you that type of person that you know, like, you know what, I'm about community. I'm looking for community. You get that.
So we just put in two more people came in from out of state, right? We got New York
and Atlanta, right? Yeah,
in Atlanta.
In different states.
And Atlanta. So we're in different states. So the thinking is to have a speaking into existence. The She Hustle and Hill South. You know, so like where we can have like a Atlanta group.
Yeah,
where we can say, hey, because I mean, come on, like a frontier flight to Atlanta is what, Block 89, maybe round trip.
We can make it happen.
If you know you got a network of people,
they want to do with the funds that they can make it happen.
You could go down to Atlanta and say, hey man, what's going on in Atlanta this week? Oh, they got blankety blank going on.
Let's type on a flight.
I'll go. I love it.
Trail, here we come. Let's go.
It's like really
in New York,
man. In New York,
ATL, New York.
You know what I'm saying? So
you know about the hills in the 3 states.
So right. So we're trying to build. So that's what we're trying to do.
So with them, you know that when you talk now, right? That's a part of your pitch.
We say
statewide. We say statewide. So here, my She Hustles and Hills is statewide. You know, we're in Philly, we are in New York. We are in
So that's the plan.
I love it. That actually was one of the questions. How do you see the future of She Hustles and Hills?
Yeah,
like, what's your goal for different places? So that was one of the questions. So you answered that.
One of the short-term goal is too as well. It's also to encourage that support and to let people know we actually move as a unit.
Yeah.
Like to where, see, so the one thing about like other communities, like I'm going to just say the LGBT community, right? They kind of, you can see that they're a part of this community, right? Whereas with us, there's no, you know what I'm saying, She Hustle Hill face tat, nothing like that.
Yeah.
There's no red bandana, blue bandana. So I gotta figure out a way to where people will know and they know that you are a part of a community and that community supports you. So just like this past weekend, I had to put it out there. I was like, man, this should be a given, but I want to put it out here so we know. If there was a time period where you was to do business with somebody and they did you dirty, or you felt like you needed to get a better price on supplies, we need to support you with that. You know what I'm saying? So let me give you an example. Let's say you wanted to get food, like let's say you sell food. What the Chinese people do is, in the Chinese community, they say, hey, this store needs to get food, this store needs to get food, this store needs to get food. We need to come together and they need to give us a good price on wholesale so we can get the best thing, right? We need to do the same thing in our community. If you got something going on, and because it's enough money for all of us. Yeah, so if you do this, if you are author, instead of you going there individually and saying, "Hey, give me this deal," you can now say, "Listen, I got 3 people who want to come as your author. I got 3 authors here now." That it needs to go from 50% commission to 20% commission
because you're buying more of a bulk.
I just provided you with 3 other people. You know what I'm saying? I need to keep more of my money now because of this. You know what I'm saying? You are a candle maker. You are a candle maker. You are a candle maker. We need to figure that out now. You know what I'm saying? So where we can get the best possible price. So now it's like to really, because you got to flex a little muscle. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You got to flex a little muscle. I mean, the reality is to say, hey, listen. So when one person got a problem, we all got a problem. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going there. If you do one person dirty, if you don't support this one person, we're not going to support you. And it's not about being petty. It's just so shout out. Was that a question up there? That's my fault. So I'm talking too much.
No, it's fine. So we do have Philly Girls Brunch.
Philly Girls Brunch. Kaya. I feel like Kaya. Yo, shout out to Kaya. Yo, I love her. Yo, she came through for me and really showed up and showed out, man. So shout out to the Philly Girl Brunch. Kaya, I am so looking forward to returning the favor. So whatever you need me for, if the energy will be reciprocated, you let me know. Shout out to Khalif too. Shout out to Marquise too. Because there was the brothers in there, they were doing something the other day. Sundays are really hard for me. So Marquise had his event, his podcast. I wasn't able to go. I did buy a ticket, but I wasn't able to go. But I just wanted to shout out to those brothers because they support me and I don't always get a chance to support them. And I know it could look kind of crazy, like, man, I'm always out there. But it's not coming from that space though, brother. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Usually Sundays for a photographer, a videographer, Sundays is our edit days. Or whatever, so I really be just going back and just editing and everything goes. So that'll be just that time.
I can say, hey y'all, Latanya Curry.
Hi.
Oh, hey, Latanya.
She's also part of the.
She is part of the group.
Yes. Also, and she said uplift. Yeah.
Shout out to her. Shout out to her. So Miss Latanya is dope.
So all of them are tuning in on IG. So yeah, we can't forget the IG people over there. So they just want to keep saying continue to uplift, right? So continue to uplift. And then Lou is also saying kitchens and cocktails just open too. So we gotta hit that up. So we gotta shout out. I'm hearing great things about them. I'm actually hearing really great things about them. So shout out to them. Shout out to kitchens and cocktails. I heard that the food is good. I heard that the atmosphere is absolutely beautiful. The service was great. So shout out to them. I really heard good things. They just opened.
We gotta have some fun too. Like that's another thing. I'm glad you mentioned that because I would like to go. Like, maybe just one day. Like if there's a black movie coming out. Like I heard that the Jordan Peele movie came out. Like there's a black movie out. Let's all go there. You know what I'm saying? Show some support, man. You know what I'm saying? If there's a black play that hits, you know what I'm saying? Let's go there. There's a black author that comes to the city. So keep this stuff in mind.
You know what? So. We can make something like that happen because let me reach out. So shout out to our girl Kanisha. He's out there in New York, I believe. I'm not sure, but out there doing a play. And I think to be a black play.
I would love to go there,
we can connect with you, my girl. I am going to definitely reach out and if we can bring a team, we can bring the team all pull together, buy tickets. Let's go down there, be 10, at least 10 deep. It could be more than 10 deep, y'all. Y'all know we can, but I'm saying 10. All right, because I know, but so we can go out here and support her. That looks dope. It looks super dope, right? So shout out to Kanisha, and let's see if we can make that happen, y'all.
That's right.
So yes.
That tomorrow's not promised to anyone, so build the positive now so that the legacy can stand later.
Yes, absolutely, Michelle.
Yes.
That's a fact.
All right, so another question on my side.
Yeah, because he answered the one I was going to ask. He answered it.
All right, so let's see. How has your creative work in photography and videography contributed to your mental well-being?
Oh man, that's one thing though. Since I'm trying to get back to that space of being like truly like a creative, let's be real. We got bills and responsibilities. sometimes being creative don't pay them. Okay. So, so shout out to Levita. That's one of my day ones. When I first came on, we did like boudoir photo shoot. So I'm wearing my shirt right now. So that's kind of cool. Like now I get to physically see my work. So it's kind of like, I ain't gonna lie, to be able to touch it and then for people to notice it and be like, oh man, that's a decent shirt right there or whatever. I don't know why I won't
make your heart smile.
Yeah, no, I don't know why I won't move Vogue. I just went with it. You know what I'm saying? I went with Vogue and it made sense, but I wish I would have put like I Am the Prize or something like that on there. So next time, but my recent work, like all my event photography, I'm trying to like get like one photo or something I can just put on a shirt and wear. So yes, but yeah, it's trying to find that balance of how to be creative, but also got to make money at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So when you
so for you, they like taxing on your mental. You think?
Well, I need photography. Photography is one of the things. Yeah, photography is definitely a therapy. It just happened to turn into, when I came home from prison, I didn't have a lot of tangible skills. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't one of them guys that was, like I was like I could fix cars or do something else with my hands. And then by having such a now I went to prison, I was just like, okay. So let me rewind a little bit. I believe that when a brother comes home from jail or it's suffer some really like some couple setbacks, you are now an entrepreneur. Okay, you don't have any choice but to become an entrepreneur. So I was kind of like, well, I needed if I could have came home and somebody gave me a job as a truck driver, a warehouse worker, sure. But I felt as though like I couldn't do any of that. I had to go ahead and go try to find a way. So I chose I didn't know how to cut hair. I'll push my hairline way back. They look like right here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I was like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna avoid all types of conflicts and fights and just go ahead and stick behind the camera. So, but I needed that time. Like, I needed that because when I was away, a lot happened, man. I lost my brother to cancer. So, you know what I'm saying? My mother was 60 something that came home. She was well in her 70s. So it was just like a lot of time. And you'd be like, man, I just wish I would have held on to a picture of that. I tell people don't often think about the importance of pictures until the picture is all you got. When a picture is the last thing you got, you be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them things. So, but again, just gotta find. So it's like the creative stuff can be done on the weekends. The 9 to 5 stuff gotta pay the bill. You know what I'm saying? So, so I still do all my creative stuff, but I like to, I gotta make sure that the money is cool too. I won't be creative on an empty stomach. You know what I'm saying?
No pants out trying to edit.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Look at that. You know what I'm saying? Who keep growling? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
But you know what I found though? I found that the more you serve, the more it comes to you.
Okay.
So like what you're doing is serving the people. Right? Okay. When you do your photography, you're serving the people. When you do your podcasting, you're serving the people. So if you focus on not necessarily the money, but you focus on what you can do for the people are going to pay you to do the things that they need you to do, or that they want you to do, or that they want to buy, or any of the things like that. And it's like, so what is it that the people really want? What is it that people really need? The community, right? It's a big thing, right? The t-shirts, I'm just saying, like, I'm just thinking like off the top right now, but I found that service-based positions and jobs and careers and industries are the ones that really make money. If you really, really think about it.
I mean, I'm in the middle, like, I can't lie and say like the money has been great or things have been, you know what I'm saying? Life is real. You know what I'm saying? Like life is real. Life is real. So so I'm in the middle with it, like where I definitely feel like it feeds my soul to help someone. You know what I'm saying? It definitely feeds my soul to say, hey, I got you. One of my biggest corny lines is always use me, but just don't misuse me.
Yeah, absolutely. The last part is the most important part.
Just don't misuse me.
Misuse.
But because I feel like that's how God got to get his word. Like I'm not even going to act like I'm the biggest believer. Yeah. But you want to send them donations, please feel right.
You know what? He can put like land. Oh my goodness.
close the door. You know what I'm saying?
I'm so annoying.
Close the door. Y'all want to donations? Get them donations popping. So, I mean, so, but no, but I do believe that there is a God, and I believe that the way he got to get his message out is by his soldiers. It's through the people. So it's like, okay, God, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? And you make sure I'm good. And God, I mean, like, yo, he got to look out for me because I know I be moving like I'm a rapper half the times. I'm moving like I got a mixtape or something out on these streets, man. I be like, yo, God, what's up, bro? God, what's up, bro? Yo, word. I got it half the time. So I be like, yo, God, you gotta look out, man. You know what I mean? So
I think it's
you gotta look out for you.
Because we all doing the great work for the people. Yeah, we are.
You know,
we all are.
It's gonna work out in the end. I always say, it's gonna be. I believe it. It's gonna be a bright side at the end of the storm, always. And they gonna always be dark days. They always gonna be bright days. It's gonna be the middle days, but in the end, we're gonna be all good.
But that's why you want to look over your shoulder and see somebody who's at the very least rooting you on.
Yeah, for sure. And make it
or looking up and somebody's actually reaching out and saying, "Hey, listen, you know what? Somebody help me, maybe from the group or whatever, but someone is helping me and through the dark difficult days." Because I know for me, like because what got me to go to prison was I had a hair salon for a couple of years. I sold the salon and got my house. The moment I got my house, I lost my job. Like it was like, I'm sorry, I had a job lined up, but it was like
it just
like the moment it was like grand opening, grand closing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, after only a few months of having it, it was like, here I go, foreclosure warnings and all that. I'm like, yo, I just got this house. And I sacrificed everything. Like I was one of the things where it was like I did absolutely nothing. Like I did absolutely nothing to get my house. I saved every penny. Like there was not one thing I see a penny on the floor, I'm getting it.
So you was like, I was not losing this house.
And I made a terrible decision. But if I would have had someone, like it was funny because when I was going to jail, because I had turned myself in, and I was going to jail, my uncle was like, oh man, I've been in danger of losing my house so many times. I'm like, nigga, you ain't saying nothing. You ain't saying nothing.
Like it's not gonna be bad. We can figure it out. Like nobody made you feel like that.
Yeah.
The moment I went to the I was like,
that's where the community is.
Like,
but you just need that one person sometimes to be like, you know what? Let's do this. Or let's do that. Or did you think about this?
Right. Did you think about that?
You do this?
But sometimes that adrenaline, that against the wall, all of that makes you move crazy.
I thought I was a sucker. I was like, man, I couldn't deal with that. Like that was a lot on me. And I was just on that space, like, man, he was like, oh man, it happens to me all the time. Man.
Yeah, like, no. But yeah, how did you get all of it?
What did you do? You ain't gonna none of that. So I just felt like, yo, man, if you have somebody that can help talk to you, keep you off the ledge, you know what I'm saying, from jumping up the window, you really do.
It's so hard out here. I really think, like, to do stuff by yourself is hard. Yeah. You need the people, the community, the advice, the webinars, the books, the something. You need all of it. Like that. Like you need all of it. It ain't no joke out here. Like life's really life in. And if you are lifing by yourself, baby, it's gonna be even worse because who do you got to make you feel like just an inch better? Or like you said, to make you think like, no, I did that before. Like you ain't even got to do it. Ain't even deep. You think it's so deep because you're the only. You feel like you're the only one going through it. Nobody really understands and nobody really cares. And so it's like all of this pressure. And it's like, no, they did that yesterday. They've been through that time and time again. They didn't tell you. No, they didn't tell me. That's why I'm here. Like I'm
Exactly. Yeah. If we could keep our community from running to the OnlyFans or running into the arms of somebody that they shouldn't have no business dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that real? Like, is that honest? Is that real?
People do get with people just because they be in tight situations and they feel like,
it makes sense.
Yeah, like I know this person can get me out of what I'm going through. And so guess what? I don't care what they do. I don't care what they offer or what they ain't offering. I'm gonna go there because I feel like I'm gonna get out of it. Not even that I'm gonna feel safe. I'm gonna feel wanted.
I just don't want the
circumstances
that I'm in that were wanted to change by
any means. And that's so
you can't judge them. You don't want to judge them because you understand. Like I understand 100.
Yeah,
man. I can't tell you how many times I debated about putting my feet on OnlyFans a couple times. You know what I'm saying?
Speak for me, y'all.
You know what I'm saying? If you see these puppies on OnlyFans, man, word. You know what I'm saying? And I think God is telling me too, because God is like, I ain't give them ugly ass feet.
Oh, telling you to put your feet on OnlyFans. All right.
I don't know, but
okay.
You've been walking on them evil claws.
Okay. That's what they said.
I mean, I ain't give you these alligator hoofs with nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I'm crying.
Why do you make with these dogs?
They about to send them in because they gonna be like, did y'all ever see anything like this?
Yo, right. You know what I'm saying?
Run it up.
So it's real. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's real, but we can stop women from running into the arms of someone else. If I can stop my women from running into the arms of a man they don't have no business being with, I can stop the man from running into the streets. You know what I'm saying? And have that, man, just somebody, a community. Because I say, man, like, yes, I'm grateful that y'all giving me my flowers and letting me know, but that was what the community I came into. When I first came home, I sat through Vern class. So shout out to all money, shout out to his born ass class. Shout out to
for sure.
His born ass class had me fall asleep. You know what I'm saying?
He said that though. Bird didn't say that. He said folks.
It wasn't born. Let me clear that up. It wasn't born. What it was is I was still in the halfway house, right? So I did my time in New York. So I would have to wake up like 3, 4 in the morning to come down here to catch his class, right? And then I would have to go back to New York that same day. And I gotta be there. I think my check-in time was at 6. So I would have to go and I would leave them early to come back them early or whatever. But I wanted photography that bad. So I would go to
so you made it happen.
And I made it happen.
As a byproduct, I was tired. Determination, make it happen on purpose. That's the story that you saw.
All right, well, I guess
bro.
That's real. That's
because here's the thing, right? Listen to the different story. The one story is, oh man, I fell asleep in the class and da 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 da. But if you explain why you fell asleep in the class, it trumps that story. It definitely does. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Not you was just sleep.
No, you wasn't just because you was tired or because you was goofing off. No. Yeah. I had to do the most to get here, but I wanted to be here so bad that even if I'm going to be tired, I am going to make it happen because this was what I wanted. That's what the people need to hear.
I tell my story. I mean, this is like I said. I'm usually, and when I do my podcast, I don't talk this much. I'm letting the women talk. I'm getting more and more into it. Like, but the women be like, they'll hit me like, "Go, you need to be quiet." I mean, enjoy because I'll throw my little stuff up there. But they're like, you don't need to say this. So this is giving me a chance to actually talk. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you're absolutely right though, because I'm also trying to do that. Trying to do more. Tell my story. I'm also trying to get more in front of the camera and get more comfortable and stuff like that, telling your story. It's vulnerable. You know, you're vulnerable. You know, we all got a past, and who wants to get the past thrown up? Especially now, and I'm a little bit nervous because we live in a culture to where anytime somebody disagree, it's like cancel his ass or let's go here. It's like no, we just need to have the conversation. You know, we need to have conversations. Like, whenever having a good dialogue in our community, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want you to agree. Fine. But can we show that we don't agree and actually get along afterwards?
Exactly.
And not feel like, you know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Can I bring up what we went through, right? And that's the prime thing, right? So it's like, there was a huge disagreement between Zach and I, right?
Right.
And it's because there was a huge disagreement, some things transpired that should have transpired, but there was no communication between the two of us.
Right.
But I'm like, we're adults. I can have a conversation. He can have a conversation, even if he's mad at me, right? Yeah. He should be able to call me and be like, Key, I don't like the way you did this. I don't like the way you said this. I don't like the way you moving. Whatever the case. And I should be like, okay, let me figure it out. Let me figure out why he may be feeling that way. Maybe feel like, you know what I mean? Because we are friends. We should be able to have a disagreement. We should be able to keep it pushing. We should be able to be that type of community. So him and I had that, right? And it was like, I appreciated the fact that after all of the things, we still can sit here and be this. And be
this, right? A lot of people can't do that.
Let me say this too, because that's also what's on to my trauma too. Because see, I come from a household where, I grew up in a household full of women, okay? And it was very catty, fighting a lot. And as being the only man, it would go to a point where they wouldn't speak to me. Mm-hmm. I will make a mistake. Mm-hmm. They would not say anything. And the only reason why I would know is because they wouldn't speak to me. So I learned to shut down. Mm-hmm. I learned to say, you don't talk to me, I don't talk to you.
It's a coping mechanism of trying to respond.
Yeah. I wasn't used to being able to have that conversation. I'm not used to being able to come out here and be able to be vulnerable because I didn't have that. So while you reaching out and saying, hey, look, I was like, yo, get out your feelings, bro. Say what's on your mind. And that was very big of you. So, and that's why I consider you my sister because of that, because you helped me uncover some things that I probably would just stay. You know what I'm saying? I know anger. If I don't know anything else, I know how to be angry. Yeah. I know how to be ain't shit. I know how to not be nothing for a long time. I've been that for a long time. I know that space. There's other space that's the different. That's where the growth coming in.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Well, you sit here today, so that's part of your growth.
And I appreciate it.
We had an adult community, so that's part of your growth. Yeah. You out here doing what you need to do. That's growth because a lot of men is not doing nothing with their time. Yeah, I know a lot of men doing nothing with their time. It's sad, but it's true. So we always
got to expose them more. A lot of us, we're not exposed to anything different. One thing the thing about I might piss a few people off with this, for our community, we only accept one type of Black person. You know what I'm saying? Like, we only want the lit Black person, the sports Black person, the rapper Black person. Yeah. I learned to accept the conservative Black person, the nerdy Black person.
All three sides, colors, forms.
You only want to accept.
You feel like you're not Black enough if you don't do this.
Mm-hmm. Right. We gotta accept that there's all different types of us, man. We know it. We don't. It's not that our Black card should be. If I don't like rap music, I'm not Black card shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? Because of that. You know what I'm saying? I got an ear for jazz. I have an ear for gospel. Like, we have to go to the point where we learn to embrace the different sides of us being Black. You know what I'm saying? So
that is true. Before we go, because this all, I gotta ask you a self-care, self-love.
And I got one last question.
Okay, so we got questions.
Two questions.
Okay. All right. So just self-love, self-care, all of the things, right? So what do you do to ensure that you are making sure that you love and care on yourself on a daily basis because you're so moving all around and into this and into that and making sure you got to do all of the things, not just for yourself, but you're trying to make sure that you're there for this community that you just started, right? Right. And so you're trying to make sure that you're there for everybody. What do you do to make sure you're there for that?
I'm learning that. I'm trying to find a balance. When I was in prison, I used to walk around the yard and just say all the stuff that I was grateful for, right? Mm-hmm. And then in addition to that, that led me to the space that says, no matter where I'm at, whether I'm in prison, mansion, rich, poor, fat, skinny, anything, I'm going to be with me. And I learned how to. I would have to tell myself to F off more than a few times because I would realize like I'm not being good to me. And I'll tell myself that I'm like, yo, bro, no one else is coming here. We stuck together for me and me, right? It's me and me. We have to get along, bro. Like we gotta get on the same page with this thing. So I started doing that, and then now that I'm home and there's more distractions, it's easy to get caught up in the drinking. It's easy to get caught up in the women. It's easy to get caught up. So now it's like, okay, I'm trying to get back into the gym, so I'm taking better pride of my body. I'm trying to get back into a space where I'm not on my cell phone and actually listening to what's going on. Yeah. So I guess to be conscious of certain things now, of saying, and then also have the mindset that says, if I'm not good to me, I can't be good to me. I just can't. It's impossible. So,
Are you still doing your bridge?
You know what though? It's sad, but I find myself gratitude when things are not going right.
Mm.
You know, it's like when things are hitting the fan, it's like, yeah, you know what, man, look how far I came tripping, you know, yeah. But when things are going right,
You
it's forget to give that thing.
Yeah.
You forget to give how thankful, you know what I'm saying? So I'm learning that balance, you know what I'm saying? So I'm learning that right there.
That's good that you're aware of that, though.
Right.
You know?
So
All right. Well, my last and final question is: what challenges have you faced as a male host of a female-focused entrepreneur?
oh my God. Oh my God.
I only asked that question because it is a female group, and I know a lot of people have that question, like, what is something?
I gotta take my hat off.
Huh?
Yeah, this one. All right, so let me put this on here, and I know this gonna sound really crazy, and maybe I don't think I'll probably lose everybody on this. I'm not gonna say I don't like talking to women, right? But it can be very difficult to talk to women sometimes, okay? And sometimes, because it's like I might want a very straightforward approach, and sometimes with women, you got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? It don't take, especially women that have been, I don't want to say hurt, but I'm gonna say women who've been through some things.
Yeah.
They got a lot of triggers.
Yeah.
Now I'm not saying men don't have their triggers,
but
we're talking about me talking to a woman.
Yeah, no, you're
so
right.
I gotta be careful sometimes
About your approach.
not to do certain things. And then also understand that each woman is so much different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There are some women that I could say, hey, we got 60 women in the group and this and this and that, and they're okay with that. And there's other women that says I can say the same thing, and they'll be like, well, I don't get along with women. You know what I'm saying?
You're not the one.
Well, yeah, for sure. But but it just or so it's just like just trying to find your thing.
Sure.
But dealing with women sometimes, one of the things I talk about on my podcast is that I think women need to give men grace. Because a lot of us men will come from single mom households, and when households are full with women influence, we don't get a lot of balance. Like we get a lot of a man should know, a man should, but they forget to understand that the foundation was never there. Like you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of it, especially for like a man like myself, if you never seen certain things, like let me give you a real thing that I go through, and I gotta be conscious of. My mother was I don't say was, my mother is a superhero, but back in the day, he was, I lost my father very early. My father died at when I was 8, right? So he died when I was 8 turning 9, right? So my mom, I was his only son. So my mom was just very protective of him. She couldn't afford to lose me too. Now I understand that.
Yeah.
At that time she was very protective, right? So I'm just thinking that my mom was very overbearing. Every day she was always on. Oh my God, he gets on my nerves because she's dealing with her trauma of losing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So now, with that being said, there was a lot of things that my mother wouldn't do. Like I would say, hey, man, take out the trash. Her thing was, no, if he takes out the trash, she's going outside. Something bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So some of them programming things, I might give a woman, and she might have to say, hey, babe, can you take that out? It's not that I don't want to. It's just something. She got to have that communication.
How we were just talking about that childhood trauma. You talked about that. Tiana just said that in the Self Love event she did yesterday. Was that some of her childhood trauma really does it trickles down into our adulthood, and we don't even realize it, but we're programmed. And she was just saying that we got to get deprogrammed and try to reprogram ourselves to not have that.
So I would say to my ladies out there, I say, give black men, a lot of black men, we didn't have positive role models. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us, you know what I'm saying, if we was, we were really scared in a really bad direction, not just by our own family, but even by the media and so on. So, that's not to say black men don't give black women the same grace, but you're just actually really talking to a woman. And so that would be the thing. So talking with women, yes. So give me grace, ladies.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to everybody who watched today. We really truly appreciate it.
Yes.
Yeah. So shout out, Zach, where they can find you.
So you go to my the She Hustle and Hills, that's the ID page. It's She Hustles and Hills. That's the IG page. is also going to be my business page is I Am the Prize Media. That's I Am the Prize Media. I know they be like, they hate that, like America all stuff the prize, but no, it just right.
You want to be the prize?
Right. But it's I Am the Prize Media. Anybody interested in joining the network group, again, there's no money. It just pretty much come in, pour in, and I promise you everything will be reciprocated to you. I will personally, go out and reciprocate. But, as you see, we got some dope and amazing folks here that will do that. So we're going to be coming out, like I said, we, trying to expand it a little bit more, reaching out. So trying to do some out of state stuff. So if anybody is in Atlanta, want to connect with a group, please connect with us, man, because we're going to be looking to find out what's going on in Atlanta and go make them trips down to Atlanta because there's nothing. And I will also, too, because I also told Atlanta, the boy from Atlanta, I said, yo, bro, start coming up here. Yeah, I'll make sure you're good. I'll make sure you're good. You know what I'm saying? I'll make sure you are, So I said, I'll make sure you straight, man. Just come on up here, connect with the folks. I'm still kind of debate about it. Just, we didn't get a chance to talk about it. But November 8th, we got an event going on. So I'm thinking of changing the format a little bit of it and just trying to go ahead and get a little bit more aggressive with the marketing. We got 2 more weeks, but keep a lookout for November 8th and the direction we go for that, man. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's just providing a platform in which we could all shine. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So thank y'all so much. Y'all know that you can always find all of our guests on our website, which is www.soultalkt, just a single letter T, and then KEY.com. That will actually bring up all the episodes of our past guests, and it will also link the last guest that we had, which was just on the show on the 12th. You'll be able to see a little bio and find him on the platform, and then also Zach is listed as the next guest, and then we will be switching things over and you will be able to see all that information. But you can find that on our website. You can find the link. You go to our website, you'll see the link to I Am the Prize, to Instagram, and you will see T Hustle and Hills as well, both of that. So you don't need to search hard. You can hit me and Kia so we can show you and tell you exactly where to find them. But thank y'all again so much for watching. Thank you.
I told you it was gonna be a therapy session.
Yes, it was a good session. Thank you for everybody that watched today. Please make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. This is the only way that we can get out here. Remember, we are also on all listening platforms. We are on iHeartRadio. We are on Apple iPad. We are on Amazon Music. We are on Spotify. Yes, we are on all.
Mama, we made it. We made it, Mama.
We on all those platforms, y'all. So if you can't watch, we got the YouTube where you can actually watch us. But if you cannot watch, you can go and you can listen on any platform. Just look up Soul Talk with T Key. And that is it for us, y'all. Bye. Bye.
All right, we looking out.
We are ending.
All right, you guys. Hey, man, thanks to everybody who tuned in, man. Thanks to all the IG listeners, man. You know what I'm saying? Look like everybody tuned in. I appreciate every one of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all. We're about to log off. Let me go wave to everybody.